Well, good evening. This is December 27th, 2019, about 7 p.m. And the weather hasn't been too bad. Snowed the other day, well, a couple of times, but no snow in the last day or two. And it's around 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 32. It's not that bad. So, I've gone to a few, couple of Christmas deals. Not really big deals for nothing. Desert Cove had a dinner out in at the Temptation Chinese restaurant here. It's a big new one. They're a very nice place. They cater to groups and all this sort of stuff. And I think it was about 16 or 18 of us there. And very nice dinner. Yep. Took the bus. Everybody got on the bus. Desert Cove bus. And went into town and had dinner and went back out again. The bus doesn't get used that terribly much anymore, but we have one guy who drives it now, and he tours people around on tours to vineyards and stuff like that. And basically, they just pay for the gas and the driver, and Desert Cove gets the advertising. So that's not too bad. And went out to Don Westgate's on Christmas Eve, a few hours. All his family was there, all his boys, 3 boys, and three granddaughters now, 3 small ones, plus a couple of other people. One guy from Grand Prairie's father to the wife of one of the Westgate boys, and a couple other people. Yeah, it's just a big house. Good place for having dues and entertaining, that is for sure. And on Christmas Day, I went over to Ross's place, Ross and Kim's, in the afternoon. Had a very nice lunch there. Big, nice lunch. Couldn't beat it. I mean, it's just wonderful. Very good. So much for Christmas, I guess. And I've been kind of looking at the YouTube and whatever on Spain, Malaga, Spain, Costa del Sol. We got a trip booked there now to Malaga, January the 24th, coming back on February the 14th. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty good trip. I'm going to try to go to Gibraltar for sure. That's close by. And across the strait to Morocco. I think it's Tangier, it's the closest one I'll go to. That's, God willing, if that happens, that's where I'll go. But no use to say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, see if it happens. Yes, that the reason I'm going there is a little strange, but believe it or not, it was a gift from a contractor. Yeah, I got talking one day, and he goes down to Yuma, Arizona now in the winter for about 3 months. And he asked if I was going to do anything this winter. I said, oh, I don't know. I said, I don't know if I can afford to go anywhere or not. I said I'd thought about Portugal and Spain, but they got their long stay deals. And I said they're usually, not too bad, long flight. But, oh, he said, how much is that? I said, oh, I don't know, it's $3,000-4,000, I guess, when you total it all up. 3,000 anyway, or more. Oh yeah. Never thought anything about it. A few days later, he phones me up and said, well, he said, we've talked it over and we're going to give you a trip to Spain. Your trip to Spain that you want to go on. Well, I said, my, what are you talking about? You're going to give it to me. Yep, he said, I got so many points on MasterCard, he said, that I'm going to give you some of our points to do it. It's not costing me money, it's costing me points, but I guess, got points from MasterCard. Well, I said, if you think I'm going to turn that down, you're crazy. I said, I'm going to accept that. And thank you very much. I mean, that's a very nice thing. So that's what's lined up. Well, I have to sit back and think a little bit because, I'm 85 years old and I gotta really, take an assessment and, am I capable of flying to Vancouver, flying Vancouver to Paris, Paris to Malaga? Well, I've been flying around other places. I guess I can go there too. So I checked around for health insurance. That was the interesting thing. I knew it was going to be terrible. Last time I took a trip, I never got nothing. Heck with it. Too much money. And went on a cruise. I had no insurance of any kind. But I haven't had insurance any of the trips I've taken. But I thought on this one I better look into it anyway. So I checked one deal, and I forget if it was TD Bank. I think it was one, and then there was another. That was 1,700, and another one was 1,400 or 1,500 or something. And I thought, well, if that's the case, I'm not buying anything like that. Then I ran on the internet and I saw this Patriot Medical blah 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 out of the States. So I just went in there and I looked at that and filled out the forms. They had no questions at all. They just said, how long are you going to be, where are you going, and how long are you going to be, and what's your age. And it just came up $266 US. But once you get over 80, they cut down the benefits pretty much. There's pretty good coverage for things, but there's maximum of 10,000 for emergency medical. But they'll fly you back, they'll do this and they'll do that. So I thought, well, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Because people that got to give me the trip, they also bought cancellation insurance in case something came up. I thought that was a good deal. Of course, you could easily catch something, 2 days or a day or two before you're going to go, and that screws that up. So I hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm looking at YouTube videos galore and trying to, and they have tons of them. This place that's booked is a very nice place. Sahara Sunset Club, and it's a big condo setup. I get a unit with big full kitchen, balconies, whatever, and they have a grocery store right in the hotel or in the complex. Little grocery store if you want to buy something there and cook yourself. And there's supermarkets around there too. But I'm also interested in taking maybe at least 1 or 2 trips on a high-speed train they have. They got these high-speed trains going like 250, 240 kilometers an hour in Spain. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I like trains anyway. So I think I'm going to be doing that. And I saw that they were on tours out of the club there to Morocco and Gibraltar and stuff like that. So, well, that solves that problem. Just get a tour right in the hotel. And being I'm going to be there for 20 days, I should be able to get around a couple of places. So that could be very interesting. That could be most likely my last big trip. I would kind of guess. At least that kind of a trip. My daughter Jill and Pat, I guess they had a fairly good Christmas. I don't know. I was not there anyways. I kind of think my wife was able to get there. I think she was able to be taken there. She's moved out now and in a well, it's not a well, it's a kind of recovery house or something, and they're waiting to get her into a full care place because she's had a stroke, and it's affected things badly because she won't eat, she won't take her pills, doesn't want to, and cranky and mad at people like crazy. Doesn't want to see me or talk to me at all. She says I'm just there to spy on her, just to look at her. Ridiculous. So this friend of mine is helping her out. She's going there every day, taking some, cooking stuff for her to eat, cleaning up, getting her stuff, and just actually looking after her because they don't really do that much in that building. It's a care facility, but they don't do much. So this woman is actually doing hands-on nursing for her. And my daughter, of course, is going in there too. But her and my daughter don't seem to get along. She's mad at my daughter now. And, sad. I'm telling you. To end up like that is sad. Very bad. I prayed for her, and I prayed more. I'm going to keep on praying for her because I know she's not the type to pray for anything, but I can do that. Yeah. So, if we get a shot to go over to Europe, and I won't see much in Paris, it'll just land and change planes there. That's all that is. But that's on Air France. It's going to be interesting, I think. Yeah. I don't know if things in Europe and Spain is as advanced as, when I say advanced, I mean advanced in the bad way, where society is going down the tubes. You know, at supper the other night on Christmas Day, I mentioned that I said I was, you know, pretty upset by, I can't do anything about it, but I was pretty upset with this politically correct crap that they do, especially on media and on TV, any local media, like global news, on global station. And they basically, there's mostly women on it, there's hardly any men in it, but the ads they run are like 90% uh, colored, brown, mostly brown, not too many black, brown, but I'd say a good 90%. And that bothers me because, you know, There's certainly not 90% of the population in here, and I don't know what they're trying to do, why they do that. And that's got some politically correct crap going on. You know, it reminds me of this guy asked this previously really rich guy, he said, how did you lose all your money? Well, he said, it happened, you know, started very slowly, and then he said it went very fast, very quickly, and that was all gone. And he said, he asked this guy who was a refugee from another country, he said, how did you lose your country? Well, he said, it was slow at first, he said, kind of slow, and then but then he said it became, and it went fast, it went very quickly. And that's exactly the state we're in. Just blindly going to commit suicide in this country. The people that settled this country in hundreds of years, you know, we've got people now who are adamantly out to destroy this culture. Justin Trudeau is one of the main ones. He is absolutely an insane person. Oh, but I have to keep telling myself that this is the plan and you're privileged to be able to watch it happen. But you should know what it is that's happening before your eyes. And it's gonna, people, I think people have a hunch, but they just sort of laugh it off. Oh, well, you know, what the hell, what's wrong with that? You know, so they're all coming in here brown and black. Yeah, and I say to them, well, what are you're not replacing your own race. You're killing them off for one thing by the thousands, hundreds of thousands. And you're bringing in a different culture race altogether. You're you know, changing culture, bang right there. And for what reason? It has to be some kind of a satanic plan of some kind that people are sucked into. I mean, how many people would say, well, yeah, no, you can come stay at my place. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's okay. No, well, you just move in. Oh, well, yeah, yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to move into the basement. You'll have to take. Oh, I'm getting crowded in the basement here. I guess I'm gonna have to leave. That's about what'll happen. But that's most likely exactly what's supposed to happen. And I hate to see that, but I mean, that's what's happening. The trouble is, it's a plan, and it's, a guy like me can't do anything about it. I can observe it, I guess, or whatever. But I mean, I'm not against people in general. I mean, what the heck? The people are people, but you know, why do we make it in such a way that people will leave their country and come here, and then we have to move out? Why do we do that? Why don't people stay in their own countries? And I mean, we send money and help and aid and all that stuff. What for? I mean, it doesn't do any good if we're replacing taking all these people and displacing them out of their country and putting them in our country. I mean, we got a big country. I had no trouble with that, but they're not. The government is weak as can be. They don't want immigrants to actually, you know, follow Canadian customs and culture and stuff. Oh no, they can have their own. And what that means, there is none. There is no culture, nothing, because they're destroying what's here. It's just sad. I wish I didn't have to see that, because I never saw that before since until the last 20 years. It was not like that when I grew up. Oh, we had a strong sense of who we were, Canadians and whatever. Never even thought about stuff like that. But if you want to lose your country, it'll happen slowly at first, and then it'll go quickly, and then it'll be over. That'll happen. You can't do a damn gun thing about it. But anyway, I can't do anything about it. I guess I've lived 85 years now, and in this country that's Canada, that's a big country, huge country. People living here and growing up here, a lot of them have no idea at all that they are a citizen of this kind of a great country on earth. When you compare it to other countries in the world, man, just the wealth of the land, the wealth of the land. If you look at Canada, there's no big deserts here or anything. There's parkland, farmland, and rolling hills and rangeland and stuff like that, and a lot of timber. And, the climate is not that bad. It's a temperate climate. It's not too hot and not really all that too. Not too cold in the winter. I mean, it gets cold in winter, but it makes for a good four seasons country. I mean, things really grow here, and we have nice summers. And a lot of people do like winter. Not me. I'm finished with that. It's yeah, it's people have to live with it, I guess. But this is the end of this year. 19 I'll never see another teen. 19, 18, 17, 16. I'll never see another teen as long as I live. But 2020, just a couple more days. 2020. I remember when 2000 come along, and I thought, oh man, this is the year 2000. It's already 20 years later. 20 years. Man. Time goes by when you're having fun, I guess. Well, I guess that's about it for now. I'll have to put in my time and count the days before I go to Spain. Yes, I hope things go well. I hope the plans go well. I hope it all goes okay. Anyway, that's it for today, and this is the end of the year, so Happy New Year to you. Thank you.